we've been presented 4 deals in a 6 to 7 week process. The one just gone was the warehouse in Queensland. It took a bit of time. I thought I was going to be in the top bidders, and I was. I did get outbid actually in the end, and it was a shame because I really wanted this deal, and I just had to be patient throughout this Easter process. There was 2 times they needed us to submit letter of intent or expression of interest, sign offer, and they did a first round and a second round, which was a final round, and then it was all of the Easter. It was the Easter week period, and I was just waiting, hoping I got it, and then I didn't hear back. And then I just reached out. I was like impatient. I was like, "Where are we at with this?" And they're like, "Oh, we missed it. Let's go back to the drawing board." And then a week later, I got presented another property. So it was good to not just like for the mindset to just be focused on like, "Damn, I missed out on a really, really good deal." And each of the deals that have come through have been pretty damn good, actually. There was one retail deal that I was a bit like, "Oh, I don't know about this," because I had in my head, let's go for only warehouses. But the retail deal was looking pretty good as well. Yeah, my biggest, I guess the most stressful part so far has been wanting to submit an offer and not having the trust set up and ready. So if people are thinking about buying a commercial property and they're going to do it in an entity, to have that entity set up as soon as possible or before you start the process. I had under the perception that, all right, cool, we can just get the trust set up in like a day, which is what every accountant will tell you. And even good accountants can take a bit of time to get work done. And this one took a little bit longer than I expected. So I was waiting for it to be ready because I needed to get the trust name and the numbers and everything to the agents to be able to submit offers. So I would say definitely it's a business expense. It's a cost doing business. A couple of grand, get it set up. So that's been the most stressful part so far. Once that's set up, it's like you're basically saying yes or no to deals. And I've been very grateful towards you, Sam. So thank you so much for looking over each of the deals and sort of pointing out some risks. And I've learned so much through that. So I've learned more through you looking at them than me just looking at them. It's great to see your lens.
Your lens. Well, I guess that's thank you, but you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what questions to ask. But often, I guess people don't have that luxury as well. But you're also paying the buyer's agent as well. It's just that we have the luxury of doing this together and doing the podcast, and that's the whole plan to share the journey to help educate others. But there's always something, and there's Steve Polisi a few weeks back mentioned that there's in commercial deals that there's always something that's not going to line up, and running around looking for the perfect deal doesn't exist in that front. And if it does look perfect, then you're not looking hard enough on that sense. And having the confidence to say pull that trigger, and I think that's something that you've learned a lot through this journey. It's just that it hasn't worked out because of budget, which is completely fine. But at the same time, each deal, like there are even some things to say, like if you're wanting to do this alone and not use a service of a buyer's agent, which obviously to each their own. There's a lot of risks in this front, but you can learn the process, and there's great books out there that can coach you through it. But a little tip is negotiate on properties that are above your budget, so to speak, but you're learning everything that you're doing. There's always a lesson through that process. So if you're going it alone, it's like, well, I don't want to say it too much, like you're wasting their agent's time by doing that, but at the same time you're educating yourself onto what steps actually occur